Call now.
It's the variety hour of power. See who's running high and who's not running. Gear up and lap the racing field with us on Motorsports Hour by Chevrolet. Thursday nights on this regional sports network.
Now it's time to go around the bowling world, brought to you by Turbo 2-in-1 Grips. Five players who have made recent appearances in World Team Challenge telecasts have been voted to the 1994-95 season Bowlers Journal International All-America teams. On the men's team, Dave D'Intremont of Cleveland selected as captain. Dave Husted of Milwaukee, Oregon. And Brian Goebel of Kansas City. On the women's side, Kim Kennedy of San Francisco and Alita Sill of Detroit. Other players honored were Mike Albee and Walter Ray Williams, Robin Romeo, Anne Marie Dugan, and Tish Johnson. 3 publications produced by Bowling Headquarters received National Awards of Excellence recently at the Apex 95 convention. Bowling Magazine editor Bill Vint earned an award of excellence for a feature story on St. Louis Rams football player and avid bowler Jerome Bettis. The ABC Annual Report repeated its award of excellence, as did the Bowlers Encyclopedia Record Book, a joint effort by ABC and WIBC. And plans continue to move ahead with bowling having a presence in the 1996 Olympic Games next spring in Atlanta. Brunswick's Jack Reichert has led the industry's efforts, offering Brunswick support as an official supplier sponsor. Remember, Brunswick played the same role in the 1992 Olympics in Barcelona, Spain, where the bowling venue was well received by international athletes. We see our #1 seed, the Shop, coming up next in our championship match against Ace Paving.
Being a fan is tough when your team isn't the home team, especially when I try to find coverage of my favorite team in the local paper. I'm lucky there's even a box score. Well, if you're like me, you'll be happy to know there's one publication that'll make you feel right at home. The Sporting News. You'll love the Sporting News no matter what team you love, even if it is the home team.
Call this number now and get 4 issues of the Sporting News free. You'll get opinions and strategies, transactions, trade rumors, injury reports, and the lowdown on the minors. Plus football, basketball, and hockey all year long. Call now and you'll get 4 free issues. If you like them, you'll get 24 more issues at this great TV price. If not, just mark the bill, cancel, and owe nothing. The 4 issues are yours to keep.
So call now for the Sporting News, the publication that treats every team like the home team.
Call now and get 4 great issues of the Sporting News free.
Call now, 1-800-522-5333. Spartan School of Aeronautics can train you to be a pilot or quality...
A pilot?
Yes, Spartan has been training aviation professionals in Tulsa, Oklahoma since 1928. Spartan offers training in aviation maintenance, broadcast... What now?
Shouldn't you join the military for something like that?
Only if you want a haircut.
I guess you could say careers are really taking off at Spartan.
Call Spartan School of Aeronautics at 1-800-352-2121 for a brochure. That's 1-800-352-2121.
Our championship match, #1, the Shop, against our semifinal survivor, #3 seed, Ace Paving. Our first look at members of the Shop, Earl, and they just ran away and hid from the rest of the field this week. They just dominated and got better as the event went on.
Yeah, it's almost like they just took that 300-pin lead and said, okay, guys, try to catch us. We're just going to coast in, and that's why. When you got players like Purvis out there, this guy can play. There isn't a weakness on the team, and in my opinion, Bob, this could be, well, I think it is as good a team as we've ever seen on the World Team Challenge.
Boy, that's saying something. This is our 4th year.
Well, Ace Paving, if they're going to win this tournament, they're going to have to bowl extremely well. And better than they did in that first match. You know, Hollywood, when they bowled Hollywood Bowl, it was a great match. It was close, but if Del Valle carries that 10 pin, they're not here anymore.
Yeah.
So they have to feel good. They have to feel like they've accomplished something already. They beat a very good team in the Hollywood Bowl team, but now they really have their hands full with this Shop team.
Well, there's another split opportunity for Ace Paving. They're still looking for their first one.
You know, what are they, about 0 for 15 or 16?
0 for 13 now.
Well, this is really not even a split in most good players' minds. This is a pretty easy spare. Just fit it between the pins. kind of a dubious record there.
They won their semifinal match over Hollywood Bowl by 19 pins, 395-376. Let's look at the starting lineup for our number 1 seed, the Shop. Contour Power Grip starting lineup brought to you by Contour Power Grips, pioneers in the finger grip industry. More pros choose Contour Power Grips, and you should too. Mike Clark, second frame.
Got a break. Not a bad opening shot by Mike Clark. Leaves only the 2 and the 5 pin. Not a difficult spare for him. He's a very good spare shooter. Probably will go down the left side, which is strike ball to still hard and straight down the left side of the lane and not let the ball hook away from the 5 pin. Looks like he's playing it from the right-hand side. Let's see how he plays it. I know he's going to use some ball speed here. Very hard. Be careful.
Look out.
Major mistake there. I'm surprised he played it on the right-hand side. Of course, he knows what he's doing out there. Much more so in what's out there than I do, but still surprised me. That was a poor angle to play that spare from.
You noticed, Earl, during the warm-ups here before this championship match began that the Shop, some members of the Shop did seem a bit confused during their warm-up session.
They did, but that was on strike balls, and I'm surprised that that was just poor judgment there, I felt. You know, but again, Mike knows what he's doing out there. He's a very good player.
And DeReamer leaves some work, too.
Matter of fact, Mike Clark, the man who just missed that spare, is a team captain, and he's going to put this team together. Brought him down here.
Again, the lineup for Ace Paving, brought to you by Contour Power Grips. Pioneers in the finger grip industry. More pros choose Contour Power Grips, and you should too.
I do.
I bet you do.
Yes,
I knew that.
All right, at the bucket. Use a strike line, strike ball. Try to hook it just a little more across the oil. Just did get there.
A spare for DeReamer in the second for Ace Paving. Remember, 2 games, total pinfall in the Baker system, our championship match. Don Friend, 33 years old. You're very familiar with all these players on the Shop, aren't you? Or you said your son used to bowl with them.
Yeah, my son used to bowl with all these guys. And, like you say, it's a very powerful team. Now, you're not going to see anybody roll the ball much better than that right there. That is tremendous rotation. What pin action, how he got that is it's unbelievable. He just barely hit the head pin, but he got everything to work together. All right, here's the guy, here's the leader of this team. Even though he's bowling in the 3rd spot, which you would think, well, that's the hole, that's the weak spot on the team. But he's the guy that gets him going. That's the guy they look to get him started.
And look to him to have a big game in this championship. And there it is in the 3rd for Serena. So we're underway in our championship match. Ace Paving leads by 3 over the Shop. We'll be right back.
Getting the proper feel is important to every bowler. Grip inserts provide you with that proper feeling on every shot. That's why today's top professionals choose only Contour Power Grips. And you should too.
Contour Power Grips. The best bowlers in the world choose Contour Power Grips. Ask your Pro Shop professional for Contour Power Grips. The grips that legends use.
Whether at work or on the lanes, you're sure to be recognized as an ABC member with this limited edition, richly coated 24-karat gold Centennial ring. Or show your pride with this stylish, handcrafted solid sterling silver members ring. And don't miss out on the striking limited edition ABC Centennial Stein. Each numbered Stein is 7.5 inches high, features a solid pewter lid and a ceramic insert with the ABC Eagle logo. To order, call Cardinal Marketing at 1-800-999-BOWL. Visa MasterCard accepted, satisfaction guaranteed.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Prime's coverage of college football. We're ready for the kickoff, and here we go. We've got more college football games this fall than any other network on television. You got it? Good. And now, back to our game.
One man to beat! He could go!
Prime college football all this fall.
Whoa, Nelly!
4th frame for the Shop. This is Fred Matson. The Shop trailing at the moment. And Matson gets the strike in the 4th.
And the first of the 2 left-handers for the Ace Paving team. Davidson can rev it up. And, of course, you've all seen Sharpie, what he can do, what he did in the 10th frame in that last game.
Davidson in the semifinals, Earl, 3 strikes and an open frame.
They have to be pretty comfortable now. They completed one match. They won that one. They're familiar with the lane condition. just a lot of ball speed there. Kept him from carrying that ball. Actually deflected. He's kind of fortunate to get the 7 out. The 7-9 left-hander's pocket split almost was standing. He's going to switch balls for this, which I don't understand at all, but it's his decision. This is just a strike ball. You stand and carefully throw your strike ball, roll it up there and recover it. Why you would switch to that? Maybe he's trying something different here. Who knows?
Well, he gets the spare in this 4th frame, the first game championship match. So the Shop and Ace Paving in a tight one early on. ABC director Royal Tarter on hand, enjoying the action.
Now this is our first look at Lenny Blakey, and this guy can rev it up. He's a touring professional now. Makes his living throwing a bowling ball, and this is why. Watch this.
He throws a great ball. We've seen him before in the World Team Challenge, and it's always a joy to watch him roll. 17-pin lead with that strike for the Shop. These two teams are all interesting. Head-to-head, Ace Paving defeated the Shop 4-17 to 4-16. Sharkey.
Oh my. Well, we've seen some very good shots not strike this afternoon. We've seen some very bad shots that did strike. And here's another look at a great shot. Solid 9. Watch what happens to the pins as the ball goes through the pocket area. You see that? Goes straight back, takes the 5 pin straight back off the 9. It's just the ball just hits too hard. As you all know that are watching and listening, and I know you know this, Bob, that perfect strike is the old axiom is that the ball hits the pocket. It takes the right-handed, the 1, the 2, the 5, and the 8. Excuse me, 5 and 9. Well, that one for a left-hander would be the 1, 2, 5, 8. Well, if it had hit the 5 into the 8, you would have had the perfect strike, but it just didn't work that way.
The lead now by 18 for the Shop. Our second look at Purvis Granger. Second time around now for these bowlers. Remember, 2-game match. Granger had a strike in the first frame and has some trouble here in the 6th.
This is a lot of trouble. This is a 2-10, and he's going to try to slide that 2-pin into the 10.
Look at some of our other finishers. Cordova Lanes, a fine event here. They finished 4th. 5 in V, 5th. Hazeldale Lanes in 6th, and Flat Earth in 7th. Skillcraft finishing 8th. Back now, Purvis Granger. Open frame for the Shop in the 6th. Rounding out our top 10, match play competitors, Buffalo Dogs in 9th, and in 10th, Firebird Lanes.
I wonder where they come up with some of these names.
Yeah, and they're great.
Buffalo Dogs. Now, where do you come up with that? Huh? With a W in there. What do you suppose that is? Is that something like buffalo chicken wings or something?
Boy, don't ask me. I'm sure they came up with it in the lounge.
You think so?
Where all great meetings are held.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of decisions made in lounges that don't work out too well later, that's for sure. All right, here's Steve Force again, hitting the pocket, and again not getting the strike. It's just not his day as far as carrying the corner pins go, but he's keeping it in play, and I won't mention that he's making that he's a great spare shooter this time, like I did, and he missed the 10 pin. Just say he's going to pick it up.
He's had a couple of opens so far tonight, Earl.
Yeah, this one he's covered.
He's got that. So it's Ace Paving and the Shop, our championship match. And it's a 5-pin lead. We'll be right back.
It's not whether you win or lose. It's whether you win.
The meek may inherit the earth, but they'll never bowl a perfect game.
When do they add the quality to Lynn shoes? It's in every step of the manufacturing process. Quality in every step of your approach. Lynn shoes.
Mike Albee on bowling.
Getting a right right grip is really important for a good game.
Hey, Mike, here's a tip. The American Bowling Congress has teamed with Marine Midland Bank to offer a Gold MasterCard with a great 12.9% on transfer balances. Get a grip on your finances by using your line of credit checks. You get a free subscription to Bowling Magazine, and you'll support the ABC every time you use your card.
That's a great tip.
Thanks, Mike.
Hey, get your own card.
The ABC MasterCard.
Beyond the window electric, down a computer-generated blacktop, they ride. Carrying the remains of today, they've come to the global village with software technology so bold it can restore life to the fabric of a weary society and bring a touch of comfort to a material world grown hard. They are the ones who surf the net, the whiz kids of the information superhighway.
Mike Clark for the Shop in the 7th frame. First game of the championship match. 2-game match.
All right, good shot there by Mike. Only the 4-pin. The thing is that as you get started in this, the Shop's at a small disadvantage, even though they dominated this tournament. When you get into the championship match, the team that you're going to bowl for that championship, the previous match, they won the previous match, they have an advantage. They've already bowled 2 games in a pair, so they know what's going on out there. They know how to play the lane. The Shop team has to go through that first time around,
Sure,
and try to figure out what's going on. And after this first game, as you know, we switched lanes, and they haven't bowled on that lane either. So
what makes the Baker so interesting, because each player only gets two balls, 2 frames per game, and then they gotta switch. So it's very difficult to make adjustments. Frank DeReamer, 7th frame for Ace Paving.
Frank, the captain of this team, he's put together a pretty good ball club here with Matt Serena and the troops.
He's had an interesting night, hasn't he, Earl?
Yes, he has. He's been a guy that, like I said earlier, that they look to. He and Matt Serena are the guys that they expect to perform very well. And this guy is a great spare shooter. Very seldom misses a spare. I keep saying this, and I keep getting everybody in trouble, but the correct way to cover this spare would be play it down the left side. It looks like he's playing the middle of the lane, which is dangerous because the ball could skid by or hook early. You never know. Be careful.
2-4-5 for DeReamer. Missed it.
Don't understand some of the decisions on the spares, but like I say, they're playing out there. I'm not, so they know what's out there.
Well, the Shop now leads by 19, but remember, this is the first game. 1 more still to follow. Don Friend to fill the 8th frame for the Shop.
I don't think the Ace Paving team wants to give this team much of an advantage. And there, again, this is great. I like this. This is the resin reactive type of lead. This is the type of bowling ball they're using, resin reactive bowling balls. And this is the kind of spares you'll lead with this because of the sharp hook on the back. This is considered a washout. And let me tell you what, folks, this is about as tough a spare you're going to see. The 1, the 2, the 4, the 6, and the 10.
Like
2 ways to make it. 2 ways to make it. You can try to hit the pocket, let the ball deflect into the 6-10, or you can try to cross it over like the washout, slide the head pin into the 6-10.
Open frame for Friend in the 8th for the Shop. Now 8th frame for Ace Paving. And this is Serena again. Serena is working on 3 in a row. Remember, he finished the semifinals with 2 strikes, and then here in the finals, in his 3rd frame, a strike. So 3 in a row for Serena, the guy they look to get him going. 4 in a row? Yeah, 4 in a row for Serena.
Well, like you say, he's the guy, and he always performs better when you need him the most. Matt only, throughout match play, struck at about a little over 50% of the time, 54% of the time. 21 out of 39 tries, he struck. Here you are. He's got 4 in a row when they need him the most.
The Shop leads by 2.
Here's a couple of very close friends of mine, 2 wonderful people, the owners of Contour Power Grips, Don and Elaine Heimbigner. Don a little disappointed that the Hollywood Bowl team didn't do a little better as they had their Contour Power shirts on, but he's a guy that's he's done a lot for bowling. In fact, he's put $5,000 extra into the prize fund here, so the guy's got a little more to play for. We didn't get any of that, but still.
I asked. You asked. I asked for both of us.
I saw you.
Yeah.
It was a good try. All right.
Matson in the 9th for the Shop. And he gets the spare. They lead by 8. 9th frame for Ace Paving. Bob Davidson, the lefty.
You know, it's not often we get 2 left-handers on one of the teams to make the telecast. And if they do make it, generally there's a pretty good shot on the left side, and they can dominate the tournament. They've been key, as you saw Sharkey get up there when they needed him to strike out in the 10th frame of that first match. Davidson is another guy that can throw a lot of strikes for you when you need him. Here we're going for the spare now, the 3 and the 5. Generally, he'll take one finger out of the ball when he shoots his spares here so that he can control the ball more. Won't hook it as much. Watch his hand as he puts it in the ball. He's putting both in this time, so must be a lot of oil in his opinion. He doesn't have to worry about it overhooking. There's a lot of oil in the middle of the lane. Throw it right at him.
Ooh, he got it.
Got away with it. A lot of strange things going on out there.
I'll say.
Yes, yes.
All right, Anchorman for the shop. 10th frame.
Mr. Revs here. Mr. Revs. I love to watch.
You do love him.
This guy can play.